Happy Halloween, Rapid Runners!
Happy Halloween.
Welcome to our weekly recap, Halloween edition. How's everybody doing? I can't promise I'm going to be wearing this for the entirety of the episode, but I'm wearing it now. Look at Gavin over there, straight
Yep,
from the
got my
Wild
guns.
West.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Usually we start the stream off with talking about speedrun topics, but this week is going to be different. We're going to talk some Halloween topics. We got some Halloween related or horror related questions, and yeah. So let's start that out. So first question, we got who would win in a fight? A witch, a ghost, a vampire, or a werewolf?
This is easy. It's
Easy.
a witch. A witch would win.
I did forget
Without
the
a doubt.
shave. A witch?
100%.
Yeah,
A
so
witch would win.
I was gonna say the same thing. I mean, I don't even know why a ghost is
really?
on that list.
Yeah, a ghost you can't. It's like intangible, and then you know a witch. Oh, I can craft potions and whatnot. Let me
I mean-
mix this together.
They got
And
straight
then
up
bam.
magic.
Yep, I can make that ghost tangible. You know what I'm saying? He
He's the only
has
one
not
who
been
can touch
working
a
out
ghost.
in tens, maybe hundreds or thousands of years. I mean, no, we just, you know, and we're done.
Oh,
He's
man.
knocked out. He's done.
So nothing with vampires and werewolves, huh?
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. I think a witch is too smart for a vampire or a werewolf.
I
It's
mean,
like
if
a
you-
witch
if you-
never will leave the sunlight or can create artificial sunlight. Vampires. It's like, oh my god, what do I do? I'm locked in a room with sunlight. I'm dead. Okay.
Oh man. Yeah, I actually was watching this show recently on Netflix. We got, let's see here. Oh, well, I switched that off. Was trying to go for the title here, but forget it. There's a Netflix show I was watching about witches and witches and vampires. And yeah, I think the witches are kind of kicking ass there too. So.
As expected.
This is what Joe normally
werewolves,
looks like
huh?
when he doesn't shave. Bro, you can't be giving away my secrets. I'm not a furry either. Let's get rid of these. Human stands a chance against vampire or werewolf. All right, let's hop on to the next question here. Have you ever had a paranormal experience? If yes, what happened?
Ooh.
I have
Uh,
had paranormal experiences, so this is an interesting topic. But you go ahead first.
Okay, I was gonna say, there's so in the middle of the night, I would wake up randomly, and there'll be a random light shining through the window onto my parents' door when I was younger. I was like, I was living in Washington, and this was probably like 20-ish years ago, and somehow that shadow, a shadow would be casted onto my mom's door of like it literally looked like a Charlie Brown tornado, you know, like crudely drawn and whatnot, would appear on my mom's or my parents' door, and it was like a deterrent. It kept me and my brother away. We had the same exact story, and we didn't tell each other about this story until like 15 years after it had happened. So we were absolutely terrified. There were also other things that happened around in the house. Like there was one night I really wanted to see my parents, and we had spaghetti that night. Are you good?
I'm listening.
And so I wanted to leave my room, and then when I looked at my door, there was a black figure just like this across it, and it was just trying to block my path. And I built up the courage to run straight through him and to my father laying on the couch. And then that's when I started throwing up spaghetti everywhere.
Oh my god. So, I have a few actually. Something that you guys don't know about me is I was a paranormal investigator for 2 years with my friends. So we have gone to a lot of creepy places. We went to every single weird New Jersey location on the map. But aside from that, my most paranormal experiences actually wasn't from when I did paranormal investigating. When I was younger, there was this cloaked figure about 8 feet tall that me and my brother both saw standing inside the like this big walk-in closet in this house that we had in Staten Island. He had like a fedora type hat on, and it got to the point that like it was in the middle of the night, and I pretty much whispered to my brother. We had bunk beds because I didn't know if he was seeing what I was seeing. It was the middle of the night. I thought he was asleep, and turns out he was seeing the exact same thing I was seeing. He was also freaked out. This has gotten to the point where like I can explain every little detail, but actually Hollywood, like a casting crew from Hollywood reached out to us, and I was interviewed for a show recently that was going to be going on TV. So about this situation, that was really interesting situation in my life that I may be on a show. Not sure yet. They were doing their casting calls, and me and my brother got chosen to talk about the situation because they were investigating this specific entity that me and my brother have experienced. And then in my old house, the house in Jersey before I moved to Colorado, my basement was completely haunted. So I have a Ghibli guy here in the chat. He was my roommate. He's my roommate now, but he was also my roommate in that house. And he could attest to everything we have experienced in that basement. I really badly want to get somebody there to investigate it because I just want to see what they come up with. But that entity was no, seriously, Zan, it was for a Netflix show. That's funny. It was a documentary. But yeah, the entity in the basement was something completely different. It was more evil, I would say. It purposely wanted to scare you, and it made itself very known. We've both been physically and mentally abused by the thing in the basement. And I feel like once you experience a haunting like that, you don't really become a true believer of like the paranormal. But that definitely changed my mind on the whole situation. I used to do paranormal investigating because I was skeptical and I was trying to figure out what was out there and find something. But the experiences I found in my own house in the basement was enough to sell that to me and make me not a skeptic anymore. So, yeah. If anybody wants like details, I can give you details. I think I gave Ilario details on this thing in like great detail one night. We were just talking. So Ilario knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's something that I've experienced in my life that's paranormal. Alright, third question. Do you think you'd survive a horror movie scenario?
We need to figure out what movie we're talking about here.
Any movie.
Any movie? Like,
I mean, there's extremes and then there's silly ones, but would you survive? Well, let's say Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There we go.
Yeah, I'm surviving. Of course I'm surviving.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah, I got my pull out my trusty revolvers, aim it at him. You know what I'm saying? He don't stand a chance.
Jeepers Creepers. You ain't getting away from that guy. Silent Hill.
Revolver.
Once you're in that fog, you ain't coming out. What are you gonna do then?
I got my trusty revolver.
Final Destination. I mean, that one's just given. You're gonna die in that movie. There's no getting away from Final Destination. So, first of all, Silent Hill, I mean, that is got to be the scariest situation out of all the horror movies in my eyes. And if I
Oh,
had to truly think about it, um, whether I would survive or not, I already know for a fact I wouldn't want to live with what's inside that realm. I would walk straight up to Pyramid Head and be like, "End me, please, get me out of
oh,
here."
dude. Yeah, like being serious, like in that kind of realm. Yeah, I probably would too, to be honest. Just I don't want to do it, dude.
Just put an end to it, please. I don't want this at all. No, yes.
I
Silent
tried my
Hill is
trusted revolver on
scary.
you, and it didn't work.
Oh man. But if we're talking like a movie like uh, Michael Myers, I mean, Michael Myers is creepy and all, but man, just run.
Yeah, you just gotta walk in the straight line
Yeah,
for the
just
rest
run.
of the night.
Just get on the road and just start running. Like, what is he gonna do? He doesn't run, so you just start running on a straight road. Keep going.
Done.
This mask is killing me.
You good?
It is so hot in this mask.
Oh god,
Holy
yeah, I bet.
I can't breathe. What about Child's Play? Yeah, what are you gonna do with Chucky?
Chucky.
Yeah, what are you gonna do with Chucky?
No. I don't know. I don't even think I've seen a Chucky movie.
I never understood.
It's
Chucky
a
always,
doll,
like,
right?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
always comes at somebody with some type of sharp object, and it's like, have anybody ever tried to just manhandle the thing, grab the knife out of its hands? Like, I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's true. He gotta be weak and pretty pathetic. He's just a doll.
Xander said he'll take out the battery. It's not a battery though, Xander. It's a demon. It's a spirit. Now, Freddy Krueger. What do you think about Freddy? Haunting your nightmares, killing you in your sleep.
In my sleep. Well, good thing. Everything I drink prevents me from sleeping, so I don't sleep. No.
I feel like in a realistic scenario, like if any of this was to come to real life, I think Freddy Krueger would actually be one of the scariest because you have no control over things in your nightmares and your dreams. And it's like if you knew for a fact you were gonna die if you died in your nightmare, I mean, that's got to be pretty scary.
Yeah.
Freddy is just OP. He is overpowered. He needs to be nerfed.
The monsters from Silent Hill against Freddy. Who wins?
I mean, Freddy just wins in all such situations, I feel like. It's not even fair. He's just overpowered. Freddy Fazbear. Alright. Well, that kind of wraps up our Halloween questions, unless you got anything else you want to add. I know I could speak a little bit about Halloween, so I guess I'll just talk a little bit here. I was a part of the house. I know that most people, oh my god. I know that a lot of families have houses or neighborhoods where like a specific house is the house to go to on Halloween. Where they go just overboard on all the decorations and they just scare the crap out of people. That was my house growing up. My dad spent thousands of dollars just to make our house like the most terrifying place to go to. And then we would literally work on Halloween as kids by dressing up to scare people. Like that was our job on Halloween, was just scare people. So if you guys have any questions about how it is on the like that side of things, because I know that like some of these people take it to like real extremes where it's like shows. That's pretty much what we did. We used to like set up like a tent, and my brother used to go inside the tent with like a haunted doctor outfit, and we used to have like strobe lights where if you were like walking towards the house and you look towards the tent, you would see his shadow like chop it up like body parts and stuff like that. But then you could look in to to the scene in the tent, and yeah, there was body parts, blood, and he would like try to scare people whenever they tried to approach the tent. It was fun. It was fun. I played all different types of characters during the years. I did Freddy Krueger, I did Michael Myers, my dad did like Pennywise, so it was a blast. The only thing we didn't do was make like a walkthrough haunted house section, but our front yard pretty much was that.
Yeah, how my Halloweens usually went. So I would go to my grandparents, and my grandparents live in a mansion next to several other mansions. So when we went, we would bring 3 pillowcases with us. Each. There's 3 children. 3 each. And we would fill up all 3 of those bags with candy.
Yeah,
It was a ridiculous. Yes. Yes, we did. Yes. We would weigh our.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, like we would weigh our bags of candy, and like one pillowcase would be like 35 pounds. It was ridiculous. We had way too much candy.
No, I used to do the same thing, and that had to be the most unhealthy thing I did as a child. Now that I think back on it, I used to go to the Staten Island, like rich houses, and they used to give out like full Hershey bars, like the full-on Hershey bars, or like the king-size Reese's cups, and I was like, how the hell are they affording to just? Because there's so many kids here, you know.
Yeah, and then they just reach in, grab a handful of them, and throw them in. It's like, what the? Are you okay?
Oh man. Alright, let me see something here. Check out the game in general. What was this? Raccoon Roller. We'll have to check that out after stream. Let's see here. Alright. First of all, this is going up. Holy crap. Oh, I could breathe. Movie night. We plan on having movie night on Halloween, Thursday night. I'm not doing anything for Halloween, so if anybody else is not doing anything for Halloween and they just want to be surrounded by anything Halloween related and they don't know what to do, you can hop in for movie night on October 31st. I'll post when we're gonna actually do the movie night. Movie hasn't been chosen yet, but we'll have a movie for you guys on Halloween. So we got that to look forward to. Upcoming games upcoming games horror edition. We got some horror games that are upcoming that we will be showcasing today. We got a decent amount. I know one of them isn't really considered horror, but it is the dark version of a 3D platformer, so we're adding that in there. Ilario's gonna be there for the movie night. Hey! All right, so let's go ahead and switch over to the Chrome. And that's not working, no! Okay, let me fix that really quick. We got a game called Devil-aided? Not too sure. It's a FPS game, but we got a couple games that we're gonna go over today. So let's check this out.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah, this looks awesome.
It reminds me of
traumatizing experience. I don't know.
What is it called? Oh my god.
What yours is.
Like Doom.
Yeah.
Touch this.
It's like that music game. Do you think it is gonna be like that music game? I see
I have no idea. I've never played the music game.
There's just FPS music
Wink,
where you have to like
motherfucker.
shoot on beat and stuff like that. And there is
Too
a
loud for that.
sword in this, but I think this is just a combo sword of sorts. Now I haven't watched any of these. I just grabbed a bunch of trailers from IGN. So some of these I haven't seen. This isn't one of them. So that's my first time seeing it too. Don't buy now. Why would you say don't buy now?
Give me their address.
All right.
40% launch.
Next we got Paperhead.
In the land far beyond the reach of ordinary maps, there lies a
You
unique
got the
city
3
called...
for a mouth on the sun. Okay.
Cheerful cardboard people live there, always inventing amazing new things beyond imagination.
Scary paper cardboard monsters.
Whoa. Paper.
What is this?
Imagine Doodle Bob comes out of nowhere. From SpongeBob.
This actually looks really good.
Looks kind of like the same genre as the last
Skippity
one.
toilet.
No way. Oh my god. Our generation's ruined.
Life in Paper Town was serene and happy.
Paper Mario
Until
looking
one day
different.
when the first bombs fell.
Episode 0. 100% free. Oh. So that's a
This
free
is the
one?
game I was talking about, and that's just a darker version of a game we all know. We got a new Sonic game, Sonic and Shadow Generations. How exciting. Definitely not a Sonic fan with the Sonic tattoo.
Shadow's the only cool one. No, I like Tails. Tails is my favorite.
Man, I love the Sonic games. I just get so intimidated to speedrun them because people optimize those games like no other. I like all the Sonic games.
I did not like the open world one at all. Oh wow, they got the older Sonic. Nice.
I was watching Lord play the open world one for a while. Sega. There it is. All right. Next, we got Retro
Rated M for
Realms.
mature.
The Indie Horror Showcase 2024. That's where a lot of these videos are coming from, by the way. There was an Indie Horror Showcase for this year. You can go ahead and check that out if you're interested in any other games that aren't showcased on this stream. This is a 2D game, but this one looks interesting.
The guy you walk away from. I don't know.
Michael Myers meets Mega Man.
Yeah, really looks like it.
Jason meets Celeste. No, this game actually looks a lot of fun. When this is one of the videos I did watch, and
It reminds
I
me
love
of
2D
Ghouls and
Black.
Goblins. No, is that right? No, Ghouls and Goblins?
Ghouls and Goblins.
Yeah, that's what that was kind of reminding me of.
I love 2D games. I need to start speedrunning more of them because I love 2D games. I don't think there's any that I really dislike.
I don't think that's
Beneath
right.
the Frost. So this one is interesting. I didn't really understand what this game's about.
Ghosts. Oh my god.
I think it's just a horror experience, like a single player horror experience. They don't really give you much in this trailer.
I kind of hate that.
What?
You don't give, you're not given any gameplay.
Yeah. Yeah, especially for a title that isn't like known. Unless I'm wrong. I mean, the title may be known. I don't know it.
Neither do I.
If I had to guess, it's some type of like game that's inspired by like extraction games, kind of like Lethal Company, but I don't know if it's multiplayer. It looks like you're going to go beneath the frost into some horror realm of some sort and escape, or it's just going to be a full-on like single-player linear experience. But that's all I have on that one. And then, as you see here, Haunted Paws just so happens to be the next game up.
Oh, look at that.
Co-op.
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 Red color.
Co-op. The mask will go back on for a little bit. Co-op.
Oh my god. He's stealing the food. Oh my god, I'm peeing. No. I'm gonna be that dog. I'm gonna be the blue one. That was based. Ooh, a black cat. I want a black cat. I want just like this one. I want a cat just like this.
I do need some water.
I think this is a co-op game. I actually think you have to play co-op for this.
I think it is.
From what I'm seeing. That's awesome. Oh my god.
Haunted Paws. Co-op.
Go up.
Oh, is that just what we're gonna do for co-op games going forward?
Yeah.
Nightmare House, the original mod. So, I'll let you see this, and then I'm gonna read the description because there's some backstory to this and why it says the original mod.
Welcome to Never Lose Hope Hospital.
Nightmare House, the original mod, free on Steam, available tomorrow.
That's sick.
So
Coming
this is
soon.
actually really popular already. Nightmare House Reimagined. So a little backstory on this. I can go ahead and pause it now. So this is the Nightmare House series was initially released in 2010 as a source mod for Half-Life 2. So that's where it is, coming from. So this is a mod, a very popular mod, and I believe they are, I guess, reimagining it in a like its own experience. It's not just gonna be a mod. It's gonna be like Nightmare House the game, using the engine, I believe. So
Yeah, I was gonna say this actually reminds me a lot of Half-Life, just looking at it.
Yep, that's where it comes from. All right, and now we have another popular game. This is a sequel to a game that was already popular called No More Room in Hell. This is No More Room in Hell 2.
Oh wow.
News of the
I didn't
outbreak
like the
unfolded
first one.
slowly at first.
You didn't like the first one?
Yeah, because I couldn't figure out what to do in the start.
But in the blink of an eye,
Well, a lot of people like the
population
first one,
perished.
and the second one is
The
coming
virus
out.
was mutating.
Your bald is showing whenever you take a drink.
I'm with the CRC, a group meant only to offer.
You're not supposed to see that.
Now, we're all that's left, pushing back against the apocalypse to reshape humanity as we know it.
8-player co-op.
We need your help.
Oh,
Join us.
I really don't like the permadeath thing. Because then you're just like,
permadeath
you're
is
just,
the best.
it's super annoying. Like you die, and like you get scammed, and then you sit there for 20 minutes
Skill issue.
doing nothing.
They should make you become the zombies and then try to kill all your friends.
Yeah, give you at least something to do.
All right, next we got Hides, Hunt, and Seek. This is interesting. This looks like a fun little multiplayer game.
Welcome, foolish.
Where you
welcome,
take
silly seekers,
you go
to the
into
halls of
objects
Hyde
and they
Manor.
can be used to scare the player. The ghouls play as a top-down view, as you can see here, and the mortals play in first-person view. So you can, like, I guess you have to scare the person to death, and then they have to defeat the ghosts. So it is an asymmetrical multiplayer game. Looks like a fun little game. I don't know how much I would be scared in a game like this, but it does look fun.
You gotta play it in VR, that's why.
All right, and then we got one more game. This next game isn't exactly a horror game, but is a very big game that is coming out very soon, so I couldn't like skip over it. So we got the new Dragon Age. Dragon Age, the Veilguard,
Events are weaving together quickly.
is coming out
The fate
soon,
of the world
very
shall
soon.
be decided
So if
soon.
you are a big fan of the Dragon Age series, the next
So
one's
those
coming
things
out.
will come out of
I
the
might
fray.
actually check it out.
Two
Dragon Age
ancient
looks like a lot of
elven
fun. I
gods.
never actually got
They were
into it.
horrific tyrants.
This one I might actually check out.
The worst is still coming. Unless we stop them.
Is that an RTS game?
Artifacts
No,
that have been dormant
it's
for
a
centuries
adventure
are
game
awakening.
that, from what I've seen, because I never actually played it or really even looked into it, they all look really good. But I feel like, from what I've seen of Dragon Age, it almost looks like an MMO play style in a way, but it's not an MMO. It's like it's more so like an adventure, single player, maybe even multiplayer experience. Yeah, like OG Baldur's Gate. Yeah, I would say it's like that.
More dangerous by the day.
It's an interesting game. I don't think there's really. Yeah. It's
That
like
can be
take a
fun.
Japanese RPG, but take away the Japanese part of it, of like your JRPGs, and make it more like make it more like I don't know, like Western JRPG is the best way I could put it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It will not be easy,
It's a good way of putting it.
but you are this world's only hope. I believe in all of us.
Plus Final Fantasy 16.
Halloween.
But yeah, that's coming out on Halloween. So that's that. That's all the
What are you
games
talking
I
about?
have to show for upcoming. Now I'm gonna switch over to two cams just so we can talk it here, because there is two more games upcoming that I didn't put on this list because I believe they're gonna go on next week's as upcoming games, since they don't really follow the Halloween theme or horror theme. But I did want to talk about them really quick because they're two games that I'm going to be playing a lot of, and they're coming up soon. And when I say a lot, these games I'm going to be putting more time into than any other game that's come out in the last few years. And that's going to be both Path of Exile 2. I'm a really big Path of Exile fan. Path of Exile 2 is coming out in November. And Brighter Shores is also coming out in November.
Ah, these two
which
games.
is-
Okay.
Yeah, Brighter Shores is
Mm.
a game that is developed by Andrew Gower. He is the developer for RuneScape, the original developer, the original creator of RuneScape. He is making a new game called Brighter Shores. It's a new MMO experience. and I have to give it some effort and see if it's something I enjoy, because RuneScape is my favorite MMO of all times. So
I really hope they take back what they said earlier about Brighter Shores. 'Cause, they said they had an unconventional way of dealing with botting, and their unconventional way of dealing with botting was to add a system where the game plays itself
yeah,
while you're not playing the game. So
yeah,
you're
there
botting.
Yeah, you go into offline passive experience, but I really don't think, knowing Andrew Gower and how much effort goes into like the skills in RuneScape, I really don't think it's gonna be a very large amount of experience, and I think you're gonna be rewarded greatly for actually playing the game. So I don't think it's gonna really affect botting in my eyes. I think there's still gonna be a botting issue, because why, like, bots, it might lower the chances of like bots coming in, but I think there's still a really big chance that bots are just gonna do the normal experience and get the better rewards anyway.
Yeah, probably.
I'm hoping that they scrap that system altogether. I don't really like offline training, but we don't really know anything about the game. They shared what they did, which is very little. And they did have a playtest recently that I didn't get into, unfortunately. Most people didn't. I think there was only a group of like 100 people that got in. A very, very small, select few that got in. Probably big RuneScape creators and people that are like specifically focusing their channel on Brighter Shores are the kind of people that they chose for the Brighter Shores beta. But those are 2 games, Path of Exile 2, Brighter Shores coming soon. I'm going to be spending so much time in both of those games. It's gonna consume my life. I'm not even kidding. I'm expecting at least putting 500 plus hours in Path of Exile 2 before I touch any other game. So just warning you guys. So that's that. What did he have next here? Let's see. Bounty update. Okay, so we can announce the winners. I know that we got Giz here, he ran the game. I just want to be open about everything that's going on. The Patreon money that was supposed to be transferred over to my PayPal for payouts is still taking a little bit of time. But I think it's just because it's Sunday. Today was going to be the day for payouts. I gotta tell you guys though, I did not get that money yet, but regardless of the situation, I'm getting paid in the next day or two, and I'll just transfer that money over when I can. So no matter what, the payouts for the bounty event is going to come before the end of the month, or at the end of the month. Before November, you guys are going to get the payouts for that. With that being said, I'm going to announce the 2 players that did compete and actually won first and second place. That was Giz taking first place, confirmed. I watched over a majority of the clips or the video, and then the mod for Akimbot also approved the run. So between those 2 things, we have validated the run for both Kizura and Giz. Giz taking first place, the $100 prize, and then Kizura taking second. So congratulations on the runs, guys. That was a big bounty, but it was also a really big game. And I think that was what was the issue with getting more people into it, was the run was so long. But congratulations, guys. Congratulations.
Yeah. Good job on the sub 3, Giz. That's awesome.
Yes, sub 3 was awesome. Does Gavin get third place since he had to run pre-rule change? I mean, that's up to Gavin. If he wants it, he can take it. But knowing Gavin, he tends to just throw it back into the next bounty every single time.
That's right. I do.
Every single time. He never takes the money. He's just like, put it to the next bounty. But yeah, if he wants that prize, that he can take that. So, but that is the first and second place for the event. And then Gavin, if you want third place, that's all yours.
Give it to the next bounty.
Exactly.
Double it and give it to the next person. No.
All right. So next we got Raid Party update. Xanaru123 is here in the chat, so he's the perfect person to talk to about the Raid Party. I don't have a extra slide and music for Raid Party, so we're staying here for it this time. But Raid Party event this time is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, which works perfect with the Halloween theme. I think a lot of people probably own the game already too, so that helps because it has been out for a long time. So, funny story about this game. Xandaru bought me the game a year ago, right? And I haven't played it. I felt so bad about it. I've been holding on to that for a year, like just feeling so bad about not playing it. Because he gave it to me last October, Spooktober, when I was playing other horror games. But what he didn't know when he bought me the game was that game nearly gave me a heart attack in VR, and that's the reason why I've been holding off on playing it. So last night I did play it for the first time. I can say it's way better not in VR. But VR, it nearly gave me a damn heart attack, so yeah, I was definitely nervous about playing it again, but it's fine not in VR. I just VR messed it up for me. But I did play it on stream last night, casually for 2 hours. I do plan on completing it, so you could probably see me playing it over the next few days. Hey, you never finished playing my horror game. Oh gosh. There's a reason why, Pi. There's a reason. Pi, you and that. So, funny thing about that is I have a on my Twitch channel. When I first created the channel, I didn't realize that it would be used years later when I didn't even know it existed. But I have this alert that I put on the channel when I created the channel, and I completely forgot that I put it there. I think it caused bits or something to actually play it. That's why it's never been played. And it's just a jump scare. Pi almost gave me a heart attack while playing his game last year as well, because I had no idea that it was on, and it was so freaking loud. He like redeemed the alert. Oh my god. I do need to finish that game, but that game was terrifying. I'm not good with horror games, okay? I love Halloween. October, like, Halloween is my favorite holiday, but I am not good with horror games. I blame Resident Evil 7 Biohazard or VR though. That's what did it for me. No, really, I used to play horror games. If you look on my YouTube channel and you go back, I used to just play horror for fun. That game, Resident Evil Biohazard in VR, ruined horror games for me. Like, when I say I almost had a heart attack, it wasn't like, oh my god, I got so scared. No, it was like serious chest pain. Go lay in bed like, oh, I'm dying. Like, it was bad. God, yeah. He was watching my stream and the ad came on and it was really loud right as I picked something up, so he thought a jump scare happened. Horror don't scare me really. Hey, you were pretty scared with that game I sent you, the game I bought you. You had to turn it to easy mode. Yeah, you had to turn I'm calling you out. You had to turn it to easy mode because you were scared. What was that game? That game is scary. I forget the name of the game that I gave you. Oh, Amnesia, the bunker. That was the game. Amnesia that's a great game. Easy mode, I do hard. Amnesia bunker, you put it on easy.
Dang.
But I think you said you played it back on normal or something. I don't remember. Either way, so that is the Raid Party update. There is the Resident Evil Biohazard speedrun that's still available. It's actually a 3-week Raid Party, which is unusual. We usually do 2 weeks. But it is a big game, and it has a big price tag. So I was like, you know what, Zen? Let's give you the 3 weeks. That's what he requested, so that's what we're doing. 3 weeks of Resident Evil 7 Raid Party. If you take the Raid Party event best time, so I don't know if you're gonna get world record. The game has a lot of speed runs, but if you get best time during the Raid Party event within the community, you will become the next raid boss. So that's that. And then lastly, as usual, ending on community highlights. Nothing really changed for this slide, but let's check this out. community highlights. So, I don't know why it decided that it wasn't gonna keep its properties here.
Oh god. Delicious.
Oh gosh, man. Why is this doing this? There we go. Holy. That was annoying. Okay. So, first things first, we got some downloaded videos for community highlights. I wanted to bring that up. So, for anybody who's watching, if you want to put a community highlight in, I would recommend doing it on YouTube or Twitch. Just give me a link, because when I get videos, like what Kazura did, he posted a lot of like videos inside the what the heck happened to music? That was weird. Computer's acting all weird right now. But he put a lot of the community highlight videos just uploaded to Discord, and the way for me to get them on stream is I have to actually download them and put them into OBS, and then I have to like change all the volume levels and things like that. So it becomes really challenging. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I would prefer YouTube or Twitch going forward. Clips, it's just so much easier. But I had to pick from some of his clips because we actually showcased some of these skips already on the community highlights when we were talking about the bounty originally. So I picked some clips that I thought was interesting. I want to see what you think, Gavin. I'm gonna put this over on the share screen so you can at least see that in real time. So first clip is... Oh, this is a skip that that we've done for a while, but I showcased it because we never showcased it on the Twitch here. But what's really cool that we never really took advantage of is, you'll see it's gonna repeat here, is you can get a lot of momentum off of little ledges in Kimbot, and I feel like there's a lot of potential there for making the speed run a lot faster. Things that we really didn't take advantage of inside the bounty. But there's definitely potential for speeding up the times with these little ledge speed ups that you get from...
Yeah, actually, this very skip, I would try to aim for the... You know how he gets like that, goes for that second slide here in the clip?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to land more forward because, you know, you get more distance on 30 FPS. And it just sends it. Yeah, you gain so much speed. Sometimes you only get hit once. That's it.
Yep.
You just have that much speed.
Yeah, it could definitely be used to speed up the speed run in other places too, I would imagine, like outside of just using it for the skip. Because I think that's the only place that I used it was right here. And then we got another clip here, and this clip is interesting because it is a new way of jumping across the water without taking any damage. Do you know anything about this?
No, but I would also abuse the momentum from the boat here.
Alright, so look at this. I didn't know that this was a thing, but he's able to just keep going without taking any damage at all. So I guess they found the way to go across the water.
Okay, yeah, I know what's happening. So the shield is actually taking damage right now. It's you have to activate it and deactivate it, or deactivate it and then activate it.
So they could just infinitely go in the water now without using the 1 frame trick or a 2 frame trick that we found on 30 FPS with frame generation.
Yeah.
That makes it so much. That makes it like. That makes this whole run so much better. You guys have no idea. It was a very, very hard trick that me and Gavin was taking advantage of with 30 FPS and frame generation on, where you pretty much had like a 1 or 2 frame window to activate your dash so that you can keep going across the water, and you had to take damage every single time you landed in the water, and we used it to do some skips. Now, in order to make the bounty speedrun friendly for everybody who was competing, including the console players, we had to remove the whole frame generation and 30 FPS thing because console players run at 60 FPS constantly. They can't change it, and frame generation is only something that's available on the 40 series cards, and we didn't want to give people that had 40 series cards an advantage, and other people had to just be at a disadvantage. So we removed that whole 30 FPS frame generation and made it 60 FPS only. Now, with that, the people that continue to run it, like Kazura and Giz, found ways to do things like this, which makes this pretty much equivalent or even better than the tricks that we used to do with 30 FPS and 15 and frame generation. So that's huge. That's a huge step forward for the game and the speedrun community for that game going forward. All right. Next, we got, I think it's just, yep, we just got other clips here. So we'll do the 2 more clips that I chose from Kiz. We got a Twitch one here. Twitch clip. This is, I believe, the new way up. Yeah, so we had a machine skip, which was very difficult, and not having the frame generation at 30 FPS definitely probably made it way harder. So he found a new way to get out of bounds.
Ah, t'as pas dit que c'est gratuit? Ah ouais, d'accord. Ça fait...
Which is crazy because
bah,
me
attends,
and Gavin
moi, je
were looking all
pas,
over for a way to get out of bounds here, and I couldn't find another way to do it.
on tombe pas dans le trou de merde.
So it's really interesting to see that there was another way found to get out of bounds in this stage. It's definitely longer, but
Hey, if it gets the job done, you know?
yeah,
Ouais,
it's
je me suis pas
friendly
aidé, d'accord, ok, super.
60
On va
FPS
dire que-
runs. I
Bah,
do
c'est mon
think the
excuse,
skip,
quoi, c'est-
like that I found here, is possible at 60 FPS. By the way, I just know it's really hard.
Bah, ça me fait juste...
Because I remember testing it for Kiz when we
Alors que là,
found
tu vois,
it to make sure that
ça
he's,
permet d'aller plus loin,
he's
quoi, tu vois, d'un
capable
point de
of
vue.
doing it.
Toi, je...
I do think
Comment tu
this is
fais
going to be
ça,
the
toi?
hardest part, though, is making this jump with 60 FPS because you don't get that really far dash. But he doesn't even do a backward
si
shot,
je fais
so
ça, ouais,
I think it's a lot more
Oh.
easier than I thought.
Ah oui, d'accord, j'ai compris. Ok.
Hell yeah. Easily
So there we
made
go.
that.
Bon,
Yep.
on lance un chronomètre ou pas?
That's the new
Yeah, I'll
machine
say-
skip
alors.
for not having 30 FPS and frame generation. Next we got War. So I thought this one was interesting. We did showcase this one originally, but this is another variation for 60 FPS players. And this is the last clip we got for out of the clips that
Thank you,
Kiz
Frank.
put
This last
in.
one, c'est
Because the other ones
énorme.
we've already kind of seen before, or they were just kind of repeating in different areas. These are more the unique ones I thought we would put on for this week. This is still my favorite skip that we found in this game.
1, 2, un saut torpille, et la bombe.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Qui est
jumps you
passé.
just
Allez.
barely make.
Yeah.
So,
So what
like,
he's doing here, for anybody who's curious why we even do this,
Encore une
is
bonne
we
heure
skip
de...
a cutscene, and the big thing is skipping the beginning of the tank spawn. Because after the cutscene, when you enter this area, you're supposed to be in a tank, and it goes really, really slow. What up, kids?
yeah, you
Speaking
walk
of-
faster
Prendre
in this form that he is in right now than the tank.
un rayon de la mort.
The
Way
tank is
faster.
ridiculously slow. It is so bad.
Yeah. So, by skipping the trigger for the tank, you get to come through here without the tank, and you can go at your speed. But then, normally we would go over to the left, we wouldn't shoot those. But for 60 FPS,
On active lui.
he needs to figure out a way to do our skip without, you know, the way we did it. But now that I think about it, He could still do that other skip with the shield, right? Like
Oh.
the way that he was doing earlier.
No.
No? Why is
No,
that?
so the water here does too much damage. So
Okay.
your damage will your shield will break instantly, and you would take damage at the same time.
Okay.
It would be just slightly reduced damage. That's it.
Non, laissez passer.
So he went around. He had to hit the switches to get around, and now you can he can come over here, which is where we go in our run. I guess the unrestricted run. Yes, Kiz. We are showcasing the clips that you submitted. This is the last clip that we're showcasing from the clips that you submitted in the clip submission channel. So thank you for submitting those clips. That is the new 60 FPS route for that. Let's go ahead and switch over to the last clip submission we got from Luigi. Another Monster Hunter clip here.
Oh yeah.
So I believe this is world record.
I feel like Luigi. No, there's times Luigi doesn't post world record, right?
Yeah, there's times he just posts his PB.
A lot of them have recently have been world record though.
Yes. Luigi always coming in clutch with these Monster Hunter clips.
Right. That comes out November. It comes out. No, the beta test comes out October 31st for
Yes,
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Monster Hunter Wilds, yes. I know a lot
Wow,
of people.
that is quick.
Yeah, that was very quick. I know a lot of people are interested in Monster Hunter Wilds, and Luigi's definitely one of those people. So I'm sure we'll be seeing some Monster Hunter Wilds content coming out from Luigi.
Oh, 100%. Next highlight probably not from Luigi.
He's gonna be speedrunning the early access or the beta. All right.
Yeah, I see it. I can see it.
We got the Luigi dance. I'm happy every time I get one of those Luigi dances. All right. Let's get this mask back on. Let's do our little outro here. So that's all the content we have for this week's weekly recap. The next bounty is probably going to be announced within the next week or two. I just got to find the bounty. I do have some interesting news, though. Some really interesting news that you guys should be excited for. If I'm able to get the game, if I'm able to get RR4F to be a official non-profit organization within the next year, right around this time, you may be looking at $1,000 bounty. I can't give out the details because I don't want to like have people, you know, practicing for a year. But $1,000, maybe even more, next year if this is an official like non-profit organization. So yeah, that's something. I'm already talking with a developer, and they're willing to do that as long as, you know, they can I guess write it off in the business expenses, which they can do if this is an official non-profit. So that's what we're going for next year. With that being said, the future of RR4F video is going to be started to get. I'm starting to work on it. I don't know when it's going to show in a weekly recap, but it's going to show everything that we're doing going forward, including the official nonprofit and what that entails and what comes with that. So that is awesome. We're going to see some really, really big changes here in RR4F over the next year. It's gonna be huge. We're gonna see more bounties. We're gonna see the marathon stuff getting started with the RDMP servers. I'm gonna do some testing with that. I'm gonna be buying an RDMP server once I can afford to do so, which should be soon. And then we'll probably test it with like a battle night, a small battle night or something like that, so we can just make sure everything's working. And then I spoke about this a little bit last week. So my job, I'm very fortunate. They offer what's called a flex benefit, and I get, I think, $2,000 a year for flex benefit. And what that does is they will match anything regarding to charities. So when we do become a marathon, let's say you guys donate upwards to $2,000 for whatever charity, whoever's watching, I'm able to match up to $2,000 every year. Just from my job, they'll match that money, because I could just show them a receipt that's going to charity, and then they would match that money, and then we'll be able to send double the amount over to whatever charity we choose for these marathons each year. So that's exciting, and there's a lot more. There's a lot more coming. So just look forward to the future. Once again, I want to thank. I've been forgetting to do this, and I apologize, but I want to thank Ilario very much for being one of our Patreon members. I want to thank Gavin for being one of our Patreon members. You guys are awesome. You guys are helping the community keep up these bounties, and I mean, the more Patreon members we get, the larger the bounties will be. So that's exciting as well. I think over the year, when I start getting to advertising for the community, which I plan on spending money on as well, to get more people in here, we may see more Patreons, which means bigger and more expensive bounties. So thank you, Ilario. Thank you, Gavin, so much for supporting the community. You guys mean the world to me. You guys are awesome. With that being said, I don't really have anything else, so I just want to say happy Halloween, and I hope to see you guys on the movie night on Halloween. If you guys weren't here for it, this Halloween we will be doing a movie night. So on the 31st, you guys, if you want to be there, it's gonna be it's gonna be PG-13. So hopefully we can get more people in this movie night. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this weekly recap. Happy Halloween. And unless you have something to add, Gavin, I think it's our time to sign off.
Be safe out there on Halloween. They're crazy people. Trust me. Some of them have revolvers.
Some of them look like bears.
Some of them look like bears. Just be safe out there, guys, okay?
Yes.
If you do go trick-or-treating, I mean, I know majority of us are too old to go trick-or-treating. But if you scare kids, make sure to scare them back to their parents, okay? So they don't come back here. You know?
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. And I'll see you. I'll be in the Discord, so reach out. Let me know if there's any movies you want to see. We haven't chosen it yet. But thank you so much, Rapper Runners. Happy Halloween, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Goodbye.